Hey, what up, guys? It's your boy, the Bearded Padawan. And as you can tell, I sound stopped up again. And that is because with the snow transitioning into rain, it means allergy season has officially hit for me. So I sound a lot worse than I actually feel. Thankfully, this hasn't progressed too much down into my throat region, so I feel pretty good. So that being said, today is a new episode of Munch On. We'll get to that towards the end of the episode. But I'm going to be joined by a very familiar guest. So I'm going to go ahead and get showered and dressed here, and we'll see you in the car. Alright, so, surprise. Andrew's back for, the fourth time now?
Yeah,
so we're about to, hit up Walmart really quick,
yep,
and then go over to the GameStop here. We're down at Newark, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. I look terrible because I'm just...
Oh, you're beautiful. What are you talking about?
Cold meds. Anyway, so we'll catch up with you in a bit here later. Alright, so we just got done at GameStop. Walmart didn't have anything, but we got some Mountain Dew there. So GameStop had a buy 3, get 1 free deal today, and you know that we abused that.
Yes, very much so.
So, our next stop is going to be Toys R Us. Going to look around there. There's always some good stuff, so we'll see you there when we get there. I butchered that sentence, but here we go. Okay, so we stopped at Best Buy on the way over to Toys R Us because I informed Andrew that they had some Dragon Ball Pops, and he got something there. We made it to Toys R Us. Again, some really good finds, so we'll show you when we get back to the house. Right now, we're about to head over and try out Firehouse Subs, so we'll see you there in a sec. So I got the Firehouse meatball, and it looks fantastic. And then there's this nerd, who doesn't have anything yet other than chips. Got my baked Lays over here to drink, so we'll see how this sucker is. Oh, what'd you get, Andrew?
Firehouse steak and cheese.
Attaboy. We'll see how it looks when it gets here. That just looks, you can see the steam coming off of it. That looks scrumptious. Let's go ahead and, oh my, look at that freaking meatball. That is huge. Alright.
This is gonna be good.
Let's see. Oh. That just melts. Did you see how easy I could bite into that?
Yeah, I got mushrooms on mine today.
Let's get in on this action a little bit. Look at that. All that sauce, there's some meatball in there and cheese. The bread is just delightful. Andrew, thoughts?
This is really good.
We're going to keep eating and we'll come back with our final verdict later. Alright, so we just got done eating at Firehouse Subs. Neither of us had eaten there prior to this. We both... Did you get the medium-sized sandwich?
Yeah, medium-sized sandwich.
They have 3 sizes there. There's small, which is like 4 inches. Medium, which is 8, and then I'm assuming the large is like a full foot long.
Yeah, I believe it's a 12-inch, yeah.
So we both got the medium, which runs around $5.99.
Give or take some subs are a little bit more expensive, but not too bad, though.
So, like I mentioned in the video, I got the Italian meatball, and you got the...
Firehouse steak and cheese.
Yep. So we both did combos with our meals, which it's like $2 and something to add a combo. You get...
a hefty size drink.
Yeah. So, and legit. I actually, Andrew ate all of his chips waiting for his sub because he was hungry enough. I still have my bag of chips in the back that I never even touched just because I was so excited for the sandwich. I'm still a pretty picky eater when it comes to certain things, so I was a little bit hesitant on getting something with meatballs, but everyone that I've talked to suggested that. The meatballs were probably the best crafted meatballs that I've ever eaten. There wasn't an overload of red marinara sauce in it, because, you know, with marinara I get acid reflux easily. I'll probably feel that later, but... There was a ton of cheese and Italian seasoning on this thing, though. And the one thing that we both, really noticed the most... The bread.
The bread. But also, before we go into the bread, the one thing that was really great about Mike's sandwich was the fact that it was cut down the middle. And so it basically was like a holder for the sauce and everything so that it wouldn't get in his beard.
Yeah. That was a really unique thing, with mine, just, it was cut down the middle, so it's very easy to pick up, not too, you know, messy, kept in a lot of the flavor. But that bread, it made me think of that scene in Ratatouille when Colette is explaining how to tell what good bread is. Because the bread on the outside was nice and crisp, but when you bite into it, it is just the fluffiest bread you will ever eat. And they did have the option of getting white bread or wheat bread. So if you're a bit of a health nut, you can get wheat if you want, or if you're tubby like me, you don't care. But overall, and you were saying that I needed to try Jersey Mike's, which if and when Dimitri watches this, you're gonna make fun of me for that too. But up until this point, that was probably by far the best sandwich I've ever had.
Wasn't bad. No, mine was pretty good. It was pretty good. The other thing that I noticed about the bread, unlike Subway people out there talking to you, is the fact that the ends were not burnt.
Yeah, it was evenly cooked.
It was the whole thing, all of the bread was evenly cooked. It was great. It was just fantastic. I loved that.
And it clocked in at like $9 and something for like the whole meal with the combo and stuff. The cool thing about Firehouse Subs, and again, I don't know if they did it for you because I asked and you were just like, but the thing about Firehouse Subs is I don't know if they take a certain percentage of each meal, but if you choose to round up your meal, so I rounded up to an even 10, that portion is going to go back to first responders, like firefighters and stuff, to help, you know, purchase equipment they need, stuff like that. So it's really cool that, you know, there's a sandwich restaurant that not only does a really good job at making sandwiches, but they also, you know, tie in a really good cause to what they do. So I would definitely eat here again. There's so many places down here in Newark that I'm like, I need to start frequenting more. And every time Mom's like, oh, well, I told you about this place there. You should have gone sooner. And I'm like, be happy that I want to go there now. Like, quit making fun of me. But would we eat there again?
Oh, yes.
Yes. So, that being said, we're going to go back to the house and show you the crap that we picked up today.
All the good stuff.
That is not crap at all. So, that being said, we'll see you in about half an hour?
Yeah, about...
Or something like that, though. We go ahead and drive now, so we see you later. Alright, guys, so we're back from our trip down to Newark. Our stomachs are very full, and we're very round from Firehouse Subs. Shout out to them again. So, we're going to go through each place we stopped at, what we got there, what we didn't get there, because we did have some pitfalls along the way. Well, technically just one.
Just one.
Walmart.
So,
after Walmart, we obviously went to GameStop. They had a buy 3, get 1 free deal. Yes. I almost butchered that with tongue twister, but...
Hey,
so, why don't you start us off with what you picked up, Andrew?
Okay.
Because you got a wide array of stuff.
I did. So, one of the things that I first saw was the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Star-Lord with his blasters. It is a different one than compared to the one where he has the... You know, his mask on.
The mask one is the Toys R Us exclusive, but that one's pretty sick.
That
and I mean, you can't beat stuff on sale. So
yeah, exactly. That was on sale, as well as this Baze Malbus. That's how you say it, right? I can't remember saying it. I thought I said it right, but I should
Baze Malbus.
Yeah, and with his blaster and everything, whatever. So.
And as you guys know, back when I first started really doing Funko unboxings and stuff, since a couple years ago. The Rogue One set was, like, my big grail piece of, like, finishing up that collection. So I saw that one, and I was like, Andrew, complete the buy 3, get 1 free, and get babies.
Which I did complete it with the next 2 pops. I got Zamasu from Dragon Ball Super. And this doofus over here picked up what he'll talk about.
The other one you wanted.
The other one that I actually really wanted, but he picked it up. And then I also did get this rendition of Black Panther: The Warrior Falls.
Which he hasn't seen the movie yet, but this when he's in this costume is a really cool moment. It's a really cool pop. So I was like, Andrew, get that one, because they did have the regular edition Black Panther, the 273. Yeah. And that's him in, like, his actual costume without his mask. I was at a GameStop a while ago with Jeremiah, and I managed to find the Chase variant, but that one's also great. And you did also, speaking of Walmart, things weren't all bad with Walmart, technically. You did order that glow-in-the-dark.
Yes.
He got the glow-in-the-dark Walmart exclusive Black Panther, which is going to be really sick when that comes in.
It's going to be awesome.
Very excited to see how that turns out. So, overall, a pretty good haul for you at GameStop. I mean, we both spent probably more than we definitely should have. But
that's okay.
The first thing that I spotted at GameStop was the Contest of Champions Gamerverse King Groot. My voice cracked so bad, but who cares? This thing just looks fantastic. Like, oh man, I didn't know that these were coming out as soon as they were. They obviously have a lot of really cool stuff coming out. I've seen posts of them showing up in stores, so I picked this up and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get this either way. They did have some more Fraggles from Fraggle Rock. I'm gonna go to that first, just because I've been trying to collect up on those. You saw in my last video or so. I got Sprocket from Toys R Us. So they had Wembley with Cotterpin Doozer. I love Fraggle Rock, Jim Henson stuff. I actually watched Muppet Treasure Island last night on VHS again.
Of course you did.
Or Billy Bones, trick or treat. But, so that was one of 2 Fraggles, and I picked up Moki with another Doozer. So that puts me 2 away from the regular group of Fraggles. There's a specialty pop coming out from Fraggle Rock. Maybe I'll look into that one. But for that bundle deal, that was pretty good. And then the big batch of salt from Andrew. I turned around and they had Whis from Dragon Ball Super. Now, if I can just find Lord Beerus, that would be tight. That would be good. But I saw Whis and I was like, swipe. So, you did get some pretty cool other stuff. Ones, yeah, there's a lot of Dragon Ball stuff involved today, but this will be a really nice addition to the collection. So next up, we were on our way to Toys R Us, and I mentioned to him, I was like, hey, so the last time I went to this Best Buy, they had a lot of the Future Trunks pop.
Which they did actually have, like, 5 Future Trunks pops.
Now, I hadn't seen anything else other than that before since the last time I went, but the Mansfield one had a couple extra. But we went and looked, and we turned around the corner and saw a bunch of Future Trunks pops, and then we saw one of what Andrew picked up.
Goku Blacks. So, I had to pick this one up.
Yeah.
So.
It's the Dragon Ball Super pops, like this wave that just came out, like, with the 2 that Andrew picked up, and then Whis has just been fantastic. They all look great. Great series. And you also did pick up something else.
I did pick up something else. I picked up the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Link Rider Edition Amiibo.
Now, explain what these are for the viewers that don't know, because I don't even fully know what they're for.
So basically, Amiibos are Nintendo's collectibles, and a lot of the things they use these for in-game things. So like for instance, I have the Nintendo Switch, and I do have Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and shout out to a guy named Aaron Turnbull because he let me borrow his Wolf Twilight Princess amiibo to allow me to get the armor, but then also Epona, in Breath of the Wild, the horse, and she's the best horse in the game. And so you're able to get good things when you use them in game. So it's basically kind of like almost like a DLC type thing. Yeah. But at the same time you get a cool little figure to go with it. So it's not like you pay, get the DLC, it's like you use this, unlock it, and then you've got a cool little figure to stand on. The great thing is you can use them across the board.
Yeah.
So you don't have to use them just for that game. You can use them in any game that allows for amiibo support.
And that's the cool thing about Nintendo is they mix and mash all this stuff so much. Like there's I go to like Walmart and stuff, or like when we were at Toys R Us, and there's just like a whole wall of these things, and I'm like, I
almost did pick up the Wind Waker Link, but alas, I've already spent way too much money.
And this leads into our Toys R Us excursion, because while you decided to draw the line in the sand, I cannot say the same. So the first thing, when we walked in, they moved the shelves of Pops at Toys R Us. It made it so much more convenient to get to them then, because I literally turned to the right and I was like, oh, there they are, let's go. Bam, so the first thing I lay eyes on, the 8-bit Xenomorph,
which is actually very cool looking.
Yeah.
It's very cool looking.
The only other 8-bit Pop I have is of Dig Dug, which was
which is a good, cool looking
It was a fall exclusive, so like these things are heavy, like, man...
Oh, yeah, dang.
you could just beat someone over the head with this if they break in. So, we're digging around and looking through, and Andrew...
I spot something even better that he's looking for.
Andrew causes my wallet a little bit more damage. We found the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, 263 Toys R Us exclusive of Baby Groot holding the bomb from the end of the movie. I've seen this online so many times and I wanted to pick it up but could never find it. I don't trust Toys R Us's like shipping because there have been cases where they literally will send them in like a giant mailer and the box is just like mangled. So the fact that they had one of these in store and like in perfect condition, I was like, I can't just leave this here. So as you can see, we had a pretty good haul today. It was great going.
We actually both picked up 6 different things. So.
That's true. Every time I manage to find way too much stuff, but that I don't know where I'm going to put it. But, you know what? Great nerd haul today. Great food. It was great just getting out of the house for a while, especially since I've been cooped up and doped up on cold medication. I feel pretty good right now, but we'll see how long that lasts. So, if you like what you've seen in this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends and subscribe if you haven't. Trying to get to 100 subscribers before Solo drops. The last time I checked, I think I'm at 66, so I'm very close. If you guys could just share it. If your friends don't mind making a YouTube account really quick and subscribing, they can keep up to date and not have to constantly go to my Facebook page or Twitter to like find videos. They can just get them when they drop on Mondays. So it was great having Andrew on again. I'm sure we'll have him on again soon, obviously, because there's so much food we like to eat.
This is very true.
Yes. And with that being said, I am the Bearded Padawan. Hope you have a great week, and may the Force be with you.